Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to take a look at 3 TWSBI pens from my collection. I've only got these 3 models. I know there are other models, I just don't have them, so I can't really show them. So I'm going to concentrate on the 3 I do have. Eventually I'd like to get them other models and then be able to do a full showdown with them. The first one is the TWSBI Eco. Now I've got 3 of these in different colours and different nib widths. Beautiful pen, very simple. The body, essentially it's just a tube. It's all round, it's transparent so you can see the ink there. You can see the piston mechanism. Piston taking up, I would say, about 1/3 of the whole body. So that's not too bad for a piston mechanism. Here we've got this gorgeous green. So the end cap, not going to twist that because that's going to work that piston. And the cap, they're both got more like a hexagonal shape, so hopefully you can see the light catching this as I'm turning it around. Nice, beautiful, simple design. Taking the cap off, I'll just count the number, half, about 1 turn. Coming down into the section again, that's nice and thin, but it feels comfortable in the hand. Here we are with it unposted. You can sort of post it. Posts just onto here, there's a little rubber O-ring. To be honest, I don't post this. I'm always worried I'll end up twisting that mechanism. The nib, on here we've got a 1.1 stub nib. Very nice steel nib. There with that TWSBI logo on there and that TWSBI branding. So we've got here a TWSBI Eco with a 1.1 stub nib. Price wise, we're looking approximately 59 Aussie dollars. The ink is by Diamine and it's Black Ivy. Very dark ink, got a beautiful green sheen to it though. We'll do our WASCII swirl grid. So up and down, fill in this grid really quickly, side to side. So we've got a bit of a flow issue, that could have been the way Gary was holding it though. Up and down, across, there's the diagonals. This nib, very, very soft, very spongy feeling. Drying times, here's immediate, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute. Still very wet there at 1 minute. I do find this is a really wet combo. And what I tend to do is I use this for my headings, not for note taking. There we go. Oh, sorry, I was wrong about the colour of the sheen. The sheen's a gorgeous red. And I don't know why I was convinced it was green. It's like a very dark green though on the page. So that's the TWSBI Eco. Our second pen, the TWSBI Diamine 580. Now you see here we've got a shimmer ink in here. So I'm going to be agitating this as I'm talking. I want to get that shimmer well and truly mixed up. So this is a slightly longer pen than we were seeing with the Eco. There's the Eco next to it. Only a little bit longer. Still a piston pen. Because we've got some more length, which is a lot of it here in the barrel, it doesn't feel as if we're taking up as much space there for that piston. The barrel, hopefully you can see this. Let me just slightly take that off. We've got some gorgeous like long diamond facets on here. Try and get them so they catch the light for you. So that adds a little bit of visual interest. Again, we've got this beautiful transparent demonstrator pen. Let's pop that cap back on. The cap comes off in half, 1, about 1 1/4 turn. So again, not too bad. The section, a little bit wider, a little bit more comfortable. We've got this little metal step at the bottom, so I know when my finger's down near the bottom of the pen. The nib, with the 580, this is a screw-in nib unit. You can buy extra nib units, so it's easy to change the nib. Nice pen though, very comfortable. What I've done with this, I've only got the one 580 pen, but I did buy additional nib units so I can change it as and when I feel like it. So this is the TWSBI Diamond 580. It's got a broad nib. Price wise, we're looking at 96 Aussie dollars. The ink is by Diamine and it's Tinsel. I say it's a shimmer ink. I'm just giving it a bit of a shake. I'll do my wasty squirrel grid. Again, this nib to me does feel a bit on the soft side. I believe that TWSBI nibs are made for them by Yoho. Grid and diagonal. Drying times. So we got immediate. Got to try and remember to get a clean finger each time. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. Wow, still really wet. 1 minute. After a minute, still exceptionally wet. I would say wetter even than we were seeing with the Eco. Let's lift this up. Hopefully you can see some of that beautiful. It's like a pink colour there coming through as the shimmer. Really nice. So this is the TWSBI Diamond 580. The last of my 3 pens, let's just move this over a wee bit. There we go. This is the TWSBI VAC 700R. This is in the kyanite. So this is a version that they've recently released. Vacuum filling pen. Here you can see the vacuum mechanism. Hopefully the bar going down there. The ink in here has got Star Bright, which again is why I'm agitating it. So Star Bright, it's like a thicker shimmer to me. Beautiful though, really pretty, really nice. I love the kyanite colour in here, all following through. The cap comes off in half, 1, about 1 1/4 turns as well. Beautiful, nice, thick, comfortable section there. The nib, here we are, this is a steel nib. Just look at where they're picking out that blue again on the nib. There we go. Hopefully the camera can catch this. Then we've got blue here. We've got blue at the top. We've got blue on the cap. This beautiful kyanite blue, all following through. Very comfortable in the hand. Nice length. Posts okay. Again, I don't post. So we've got here a TWSBI. Now the nib on here feels stiff. It's still fairly new, that's why. So I expect this will soften up a bit with use. So it's TWSBI VAC 700R with a 1.1 stub. Price for this, 169 Aussie dollars. Let's do our WASCII squirrel grid. Oh no, I'm doing that and I haven't even given you the name of the ink yet. So before we fill that in, the ink is by Diamine. And it's a Glacier. G-L-A, Glacier. So filling the grid up and down. Side to side. Our grid part. You can really see there the line variation, can't you? And diagonal. Again, another good one for showing the line variation. Drying times. So we got immediate. Looks a lot drier, doesn't it? 10 seconds. Nearly dry there. 30 seconds. Still tiny smudge. What I'm going to do, let's do a minute. After a minute, we're nice and dry. So this is the VAC 700R. Just going to reposition the page, then I'm going to write a sentence with each of the pens. Whilst I'm writing the sentence, I'll have the mic down so you can hear the pen writing. Just dropping in to interrupt your regular programming. Would you like to help support the channel? If so, please consider joining as a member. As a member, you'll get early access to my videos. I normally upload them a couple of days before they go out, and as soon as they're uploaded, they'll be released to members. There'll also be a shout out at the end of the videos, and then as we get the members coming in, we'll actually chat among ourselves and work out what other perks, what other things you'd like me to add in. You know, would you like maybe a monthly live chat just for members? All down to us. So please, if you can, consider joining the channel. A link will be in the description down below. So we start with the Eco. Very nice. The nib quite soft. It feels like there's a bit of sponginess, a bit of bounce when I'm writing. The Diamine 580. Very nice audible feedback. Not as soft, not as spongy as I'm feeling though with that Eco, but it's a beautiful writer, a very consistent, very solid writer, and I've got no problems with putting a shimmer ink in here because it seems to handle whatever I throw at it. Finally, making sure I give this a little bit of a shake. Yeah, you can see that silver there, that star bright. Let's get that all into suspension, shall we? Okay, and we'll move the mic. Very nice. I say the nib on this one feels very stiff. Almost feels like a pencil. It's that stiff. It's still nice though. It's still enjoyable. And I think with use, it will soften a bit. I say this is a fairly new pen to me. So, you know, this is even still the first fill of ink. And this ink just flows really well. Let's reposition the page and take a final look at each of the pens. So here's our writing. Now, I didn't show you the Glacier there. So here's the Glacier. Hopefully you've seen that star bright. That beautiful silver shimmer. Everything is virtually silver if you can get the light right. But then you've got this beautiful blue background. So today's pens. We've got the TWSBI Eco, the TWSBI Diamine 580, and the TWSBI VAC 700R. Each of them, they've got their own character to them. The Eco, it's a plain, simple design, very utilitarian. Does what it says on the box, writes really well. The Diamine 580 writes really well, looks nice, got more visual interest to it than what I see with the Eco. Has what I believe is a little bit more ink capacity. I've never measured it, so I'm just going by eyesight there. The VAC 700R, still very new to me, so it's still my favourite in them terms. Beautiful the way it looks. This vacuum filler, awful lot of ink capacity, which is really good. I do have another VAC 700R, and I know when I fill that, it's going to last me at least a month. Whereas something like the 580, I can go through that in about 2 weeks. If I had to pick a winning pen, my preference for the pens out of these three, because it's so new and I'm still loving it, it's the VAC 700R. I say I do have another VAX 700R, which I again love using, so yeah, I think it's fair to say the VAX 700R is currently my favourite. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. What are your thoughts on TWSBI pens? Which TWSBI pens do you think I should get next? I'm toying up between the TWSBI Go, the TWSBI Swipe, and the VAC Mini VAC, or VAC Mini, I can never remember what it's called. So they're the three that I'm thinking about. Which do you think I should get? Please drop a comment down below. Let's kickstart the conversation. Please hit that thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.